Okay,
right.
so let's have a look at the next map, the next
New
assault
ones.
maps, which is going to be naturally what comes after the airfield. It comes an airfield, which is placed forward of the other airfield. So it's going to be forward airfield. Oh god, the jokes are getting worse and worse.
The forward airfield was already very close to the rules.
Yeah,
with the capture
it's
zones.
not the most recent map, but
It is the newest assault map.
yeah, it
And,
is. Yeah.
So it didn't need that much updating, but it's got some nice stuff.
Okay.
I've got a force join.
Cheers on the cola.
What's the time? 3:46.
Yes. We're talking too much again. No.
Try to make it fast.
No. We're perfectly on schedule. It's okay. I mean, I guess we might skip the special thing. No, we're not going to skip the special thing. The special thing is too special to be skipped.
Just skip the giveaway.
What?
Just skip the giveaway.
Now.
We cannot
No.
do this.
We can't do that. We shouldn't do that.
All right, so come to forward airfield.
They're insulting me in chat.
What?
They're saying they're not expecting any good jokes from me.
Oh,
It's like, I can understand it, but still, it hurts.
we're trying here.
Yeah, actually, we're trying to make funny jokes, it's hard. So-
Something you'll notice with something that will help the beginning of the game is that when you start the game,
Yes.
you own the first point, B1.
Yes, yes.
So you'll be able to, and because the next point is neutral, you'll be
You
able
will
to
be
spawn
towards
close.
it.
So
Fast capturing.
yes, so the game will get underway.
Yes. That's yeah. It gives a fresh, good, fast start.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, I feel like the forward airfield also is one of those maps that people tend to like, and was very close to the original rule. So it hasn't changed that much, but
Well, actually, you say that it hasn't changed that much, but you used to be clearly able to see Bravo 1 from Bravo 2, where it was a rather open area.
yes,
And right now, there's a lot more trees added everywhere, and there's a lot more cover.
Yes.
So it's a lot more safe to move small areas.
exactly. Yeah, just when we're going through this and adapting it to the new rules, it's just been a nice time to iron out some kinks that were in the level design. You'll notice these are new buildings, or
Actually, that building was there, the closest one, but
Yes.
the other two it's been made much larger. So it's really, even though it's not a capture.
it's not a
zone,
capture zone. It's a spawn area.
will-
Deploy zone.
but it will still allow when the deploy area is not active. It will actually allow for some
Yes, then
intense fighting over there.
you can go in there and
Yeah.
have some cover on your way between when you're advancing on beeline. And the beeline barn is changed. Yes.
Yeah, I think you wanted to show the stone bridge in
Yeah,
church.
I'll show you the stone bridge. Something about forward airfield and actually in general maps, assault maps with 3 objectives,
Yes.
is that they tend to. There's going to be one of the objectives which is connected to the 2 other,
Yeah.
and that objective is going to be just from the game rules. It's going to be kind of a choke point.
So it's more difficult to.
It's difficult to progress
Yeah.
past, and everyone knows, I think, on forward airfield that it's the stone bridge that is the choke
objective
point,
one. Yeah.
which connects to both the airfield and the church. So, in keeping with the new rules, the capture area has been significantly enlarged. So you cannot just capture inside the house.
So no more endless HE spamming inside the stone bridge.
No. Also, it's been covered up, so you can't
Yeah.
HE spam.
Yes.
But you can also capture down here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
And you can capture on the stairwells here,
Oh.
and capture on the roof. You know.
So, and I see you also added, which is actually quite a nice touch. You added some barbed wire on the
Yes. I feel like this is what we want to show the boundaries of the capture zone, and we're using like barbed wire to show it, so you can see
It looks really nice.
that you can capture.
This has
on the
also
walkway
gained a
here.
bit more cover. In general, this was a hard objective to take.
Yes.
Let's be honest. It's
So-
still going to be hard because that's the intention. Because it's connected to objective 2 and objective 3.
Yes.
But there is some, especially against tanks. It seems like you added some good cover.
Like a fun little battle, that a spot that a lot of people used to sit here and just kill people as they were approaching, and now
Yeah.
there's a little bit of
Cover.
these cover points, which make that fight a little more interesting and a little less just campery.
Yeah. And I also see next to objective 2, you added something in the water.
Yes.
Oh, what is it? Oh, what is it?
It's a river ford.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you were able to actually cross there. It's a river crossing next to.
Yes. Also to ease up the choke point of it. This has been much requested by the community, and especially by tankers, that they can cross the river in other places. I have also added some river crossings down here.
Oh, nice, nice.
So,
And
because also the bridge here from Beeline is also a bit of a choke point.
Yeah,
So there's one on each side.
that's
So
nice.
now you have 3 points of crossing instead of 1. Should hopefully bleed that out.
Very nice. That was actually indeed it was much requested by the community to ease up a bit.
Yes.
So it's very nice that you managed to have time to implement it.
I lurk on the forums all the time, so if someone has
Yeah.
said something about one of my maps, I'm sure I've read it, for better and worse. Here I actually want to show something where the new spawn rules kind of come into effect and give a much nicer flow for the battle.
Which objectives are we looking at here?
This is C1 and C2.
Okay.
Draw spawn points. Yes. So, as you can see, there's been added some forest here,
Yes.
and some spawn areas inside the forest. This spawn area up here belongs to C1, and the other one belongs to C2.
If it's neutral. Or yours.
Yeah. So in the common situation for
Yes.
this line is that you will own as attacker C1 and C2, and then the challenge is to cross this open space where the defenders will be waiting for you by owning church and C3. And now that fight will be much more like before. It was very easy to anticipate where the attackers were coming from,
Yeah.
because they were just coming from the points, and every time they broke out of the point, you would just you could shield them, you could just pin them down in the point, and vice versa. So crossing the spaces didn't feel very cinematic. It was more like they're just spawning in a single point.
Yeah.
But now, if the attackers own C1 and C2, they can choose to spawn in both
They
of
can
these spawn,
flank every way.
and they could basically appear from out of the forest edge. And I feel like that's a much more like if we
Interesting approach.
yes. So
Yeah.
basically, you will have attackers coming from the forest and defenders coming from inside the city,
Yeah.
and they will come out into the open field and battle in the middle. And I feel like that's a much better.
It will create
Yes.
different kind of fights instead of getting spawn raped.
Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Actually, you can capture a church now from
The graveyard.
the graveyard,
Creepy.
and this whole area is a spawn area, and also you can also capture it from the roof, which is
Interesting.
it's gonna be an
It's gonna be hard to find people.
yeah, you're gonna have people hanging out there sniping out.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Okay. Well, curious to see how it turns out.
Yes. Yeah. So
Yes.
other than that, it hasn't changed that much. Other than it gets all the other things, the terrain update, the
You did remove something.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Just,
I had happily forgot about X1, which is now no longer a capture zone, but it is now the spawn area, or
Okay.
the deploy zone between the bridge and the church. So if you're, this also removes like your horrible emergency spawn situation, where you would spawn
next to each other.
here.
Yeah.
Once because they're not emergency spawns anymore.
Yeah.
So if you own the stone bridge and the church, you will be spawning in X1.
Okay, it's yeah. And
Most
yeah,
likely.
it will probably make a lot of mostly veteran players very happy, because everybody wanted to get X1 first instead of going for the important objectives. So
If you remember the first, when Forward Airfield was first released, it did not have X1, and it had a lot of nice fighting between the church and the stone bridge.
yes.
And then I thought I would make X1 and it would balance everything, and then I think it just made the thing worse. So
Okay.
happy to be rid of it.
Yeah. Good riddance.
No, I think it'll play much better now. Should we go to the next map?
Yes, we're going to the final assault map.
Yes.
Not just any assault map, but